The rivalry between Airbus and Boeing stands as one of the defining competitions in contemporary business, akin to the legendary matchups of Coca-Cola versus Pepsi, Nike versus Adidas, or Apple versus Samsung. Today, when you take to the skies, your aircraft is likely either an Airbus or a Boeing, unless it's a smaller regional jet from manufacturers like Embraer or Bombardier. However, it wasn't always this way. Just a few decades ago, the commercial aviation landscape boasted a multitude of major players including McDonnell Douglas, Lockheed, Fokker, and Convair, alongside the dominant force of Boeing. Now, it's primarily these two giants engaged in an intense battle for supremacy. Despite Airbus's prominence, Boeing boasts a significantly longer and more established history. Established in 1916, the Boeing company has evolved into a formidable force in aerospace and defense, standing as America's largest industrial exporter. The origins of Airbus can be traced back to a pivotal agreement signed in July 1967 by the French, German, and British governments aimed at enhancing collaboration in aviation technology. During this period, American corporations such as Boeing, McDonnell Douglas, and Lockheed were rapidly expanding their global influence, while European manufacturers, once leaders in aviation innovation, faced growing challenges. In response, these European entities joined forces to establish Airbus as a consortium, strategically headquartered at Sud Aviation in Toulouse, France, a location it maintains to this day. However, operating independently, the individual European manufacturers found themselves unable to rival the dominance of American aviation giants such as Boeing, who had produced groundbreaking aircraft like the Douglas DC-8, Boeing 707, and later, the iconic four-engine 747 jumbo jet, several variants of which continue to operate today. In a bid to compete with American exporters, European stakeholders recognized the need for a wide-body jet. On May 29, 1969, the French and German governments took the lead in establishing a consortium to manufacture and market the A380B airliner. This endeavor faced numerous challenges, including engine issues and the uncertain fate of the consortium, particularly when the British government withdrew its support due to the significant cost overruns associated with the Concorde program. On December 18, 1970, Airbus Industry was formally established. To set itself apart from competitors, Airbus strategically focused on integrating advanced technology into its aircraft. This encompassed pioneering construction methods such as the utilization of lightweight composite materials. Distribution of manufacturing tasks was meticulously planned. France undertook the construction of the cockpit, control systems, and lower center section of the fuselage, while Germany assumed responsibility for the forward, rear, and upper center sections. The wings were crafted by Britain's Hawker Siddeley, the control surfaces by the Dutch, and Spain's CASA, a later addition to the consortium, handled the A300's horizontal tailplane. On September 3, 1970, Airbus achieved its inaugural sale, an order from Air France for 6 A300Bs, which conducted their maiden flight on October 28, 1972. Airbus made significant inroads into the American market in 1978 by providing Eastern Airlines with 4 A300s for a complimentary 6-month trial, which proved successful as the airline subsequently ordered 23 aircraft by the end of the trial period. However, Airbus truly solidified its position as a global industry leader with the introduction of the single-aisle A320, heralding the advent of digital cockpit and fly-by-wire technology in commercial aircraft. This model, challenging Boeing's long-established 737, represented Airbus's first entirely new design since the A300. In June 1981, Air France revealed its intention to purchase 25 of these yet-to-be-launched jets. Subsequently, the A320 family has emerged as the world's top-selling aircraft, second only to Boeing's 737, with over 14,000 orders placed by late 2020. The appointment of John Leahy as Airbus's head of sales in 1985 proved to be a strategic masterstroke as well. Leahy adeptly targeted and successfully converted some of Boeing's most loyal customers to Airbus, contributing significantly to the company's sales success. By January 2018, under Leahy's leadership, Airbus had achieved sales exceeding $1 trillion. In the early 1990s, Airbus introduced 2 new wide-body airliners, yielding mixed results. The A340 with its 4 engines debuted in 1991, coinciding with the waning popularity of four-engine aircraft as airlines favored the improved range and fuel efficiency of twin-engine planes. Despite high expectations, the A340 struggled commercially, selling only 377 units. In contrast, the A330 emerged as Airbus's top-selling wide-body jet, with over 1,700 orders by 2020. November 1996 marked a turning point when Boeing secured a significant advantage over Airbus. By signing an exclusive agreement with American Airlines for a 20-year period, Boeing gained preferential treatment and favorable pricing. This deal set a precedent as Boeing replicated similar agreements with Delta and Continental by June 1997. Additionally, Boeing's acquisition of McDonnell Douglas in 1997 for $13 billion further solidified its dominance, effectively narrowing the market competition to Boeing and Airbus after Lockheed's exit from the commercial airliner industry. In the early 1990s, Airbus embarked on a bold endeavor to challenge Boeing's iconic 747 with its own jumbo jet, the Airbus A380, introduced in 2007. Despite Airbus's grand expectations for the A380 to revolutionize air travel, it faced difficulty securing orders with only 290 units sold by the early 2000s, a significant portion of which went to Emirates. Meanwhile, Boeing grappled with the aftermath of two fatal crashes involving its troubled 737 MAX aircraft in October 2018 and March 2019, resulting in a 20-month grounding due to the flawed MCAS system, more in some jurisdictions. In 2019, Airbus surpassed Boeing to become the world's largest aircraft manufacturer, which has been the case for 5 straight years up till 2023, as per manufacturing data posted by Reuters. Despite Boeing's ongoing efforts to recover from the 737 MAX crisis, the rivalry between these two industry leaders persists, with Boeing still maintaining 42% market share by the end of 2023. From humble origins to commanding positions in the aerospace sector, both companies have consistently pursued innovation, technological advancement, and market leadership. As they confront contemporary challenges such as regulatory complexities and technological evolution, one aspect remains steadfast. The rivalry between Airbus and Boeing will endure, serving as a driving force for progress and excellence in the aviation industry.